Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If it's your first time watching, you're welcome. If not first time watching, you're also welcome. We love you so much. So guys, today we are doing an updated eyebrow tutorial. So we have 4 different techniques, but we're starting with 2 techniques first before we move over to the other 2. So stay tuned. If you like, subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell there so you receive a notification whenever I upload a new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started.
Okay guys, so first things first, we're going to start off by brushing the eyebrows, and the tool you need for this is a spoolie. Though what I'm using right now is an old mascara brush, but I cleaned out the mascara in it and we are going to be using that today. So brush through your eyebrows upwards to give it a definite shape for lining, and then you can go ahead to line. To line, I'm using the Davis number 18 eye pencil, and as you can see, the eye pencil is very sharp. This is to attain that perfect line while you are drawing, so it's easier for you afterwards when you're cleaning with a concealer. So when lining your eyebrows, start at the inner corner of your eyes, just at the bridge of your nose. Start off there when drawing the eyebrows, and then when you want to draw the arc, just follow the natural shape of your eyebrows just above your eyeball, curve the arc, and then at that area where the upper lid and the lower lid of your eyes connect, just imagine that line upwards and stop your eyebrows there. Don't overline your eyebrows so the eyebrows does not look too dramatic. Just a natural brow. And then when it comes to lining the top part of the eyebrows, don't start immediately at the inner corner where you started lining at the bottom. Give a little bit of space and start lining. Follow the exact shape of the eyebrows as well and curve the line to get that perfect shape of eyebrow. And if your eye pencil is very sharp, as you can see, it's very easy while lining. Use very light strokes and don't use too much force on this, so it's going to be easy for you. You can use gel liners or brow pencils, any brow product at all, but if you're a beginner, I would recommend you use this eye pencil. It's very good. And then when it comes to filling in, make sure your eye pencil is still very sharp so you are not going to make any mistakes for this process. At the inner corner of the eyebrows, draw very thin hair-like structures going upwards up to halfway towards the middle, and then you can use thicker strokes at the outer corner of the eyebrows. As you can see, the lines at the inner corner of the eyes are very light and very faded so that I can imitate that natural eyebrow. And if you have little or no hair at the inner corner of the eyebrow, just enhance that a little. But if your brow hairs are fuller, you can just do it very lightly, or you can just leave it alone and focus on filling in. And then to clean up the eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Elegant Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. To do this, make sure you use a concealer that's 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, and for the tool, you are going to need a flat top brush like this one. Do not use a fluffy brush, it's going to ruin the shape of your eyebrows. Now for beginners, this is a very good technique. Right at the inner corner of the eyebrows where I started, if it's going to be hard for you to blend in later on, use your foundation for that area, and at the outer corner of the eyebrows as well, use the foundation. And then for the middle part, use the concealer. That is the concealer that's 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, so you can blend it in very easily. And while doing this, while lining your eyebrows, make sure you drag the concealer going downwards, and if you're going to use your foundation at the inner and outer corner of the eyebrows, make sure you leave a bit of space just around this area and this area. Leave a bit of space there so you can use the foundation. Use your concealer and just go over the edges of the eyebrow and drag the concealer going downwards. For me, it's easier for me to blend in, so I'm going to be using the concealer throughout while cleaning the eyebrows. Make sure you don't use a lot of products and be sure to blend in to prevent any creasing. A good technique to note here, guys, if you use a sharp eye pencil while lining your eyebrows, when you're using concealer, it's going to make life a whole lot more easier for you, because you will just have to go over the edges, other than when you use the blunt eye pencil and you will need to correct some mistakes. That's if you made any. So I would recommend you use a very sharp eye pencil while lining your eyebrows, and then later you can just go over your eyelid with your finger to blend everything in together. Focus that blend at the outer inner corner of the eyes to make sure you diffuse every bit of concealer there so it does not leave any harsh line. And the technique is tapping motions. Use your finger to tap till it all blends out very smoothly. To line the upper part of the eyebrows, you are still going to use that same brush you used to line the lower part, but this time you're not going to be using your concealer, you are going to be using your foundation. This is to make sure it's very easy for you when you blend in afterwards. But to do this, don't use a lot of product as well, and make sure your foundation barely touch the eyebrow. So when you blend in, you won't see any patches or any remaining products on the eyebrows, so it's easier for you to blend in later. Just use very little product and go over the eyebrow. If it's possible for you, just go over it once, but if it's not, just do it in patches, just like the way I'm doing it right now, very carefully till you get that shape. And make sure you follow the exact shape of the eyebrow which you outline, so it's easier for you. And this is another good advantage of using a sharp eye pencil to line your eyebrows. It's very easy to just follow the shape and clean out everything, and afterwards you can just use that brush to blend it in. So just to make sure that the skin tone is more even out and blended perfectly, I just go over everything once more with my fingers and then let it set. So guys, this second technique is really simple and easy to do. You can try this out. I recommend this for beginners. It's very easy, and this involves thin hair-like structures going upwards throughout your eyebrows. You just have to follow the natural shape of your eyebrows and draw thin hair-like strands using your eye pencil, your brow gel, and just enhancing that line upwards until you get the normal shape of eyebrows that you will get if you are using that lining method. So just use light strands. Do this throughout the eyebrows, and remember to keep those lines at the edges still the same way you kept them at the other parts of the eyebrows. At the area where the upper and lower lash line connected, imagine that line upwards, stop the line there, and then at the inner corner, just at the bridge of the nose, stop the line there as well, and then you can move on to cleaning. And this is just very simple. I use this technique for this makeup look right here, and it's very pretty. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this very soon, so stay tuned, and then we're going to move on to the lining. So for the lining, I'm still going to be using the same concealer I used on the other parts of the eyebrows, and yeah, it's just the same technique, using your concealer and your foundation to line with the same brush, but this other technique involves thin hair-like strands going upwards, and the other technique involves lining and filling in. So that's it for today's video, guys. I'm going to let you watch the remaining process of the eyebrows, and then we'll move on to the final look. So for the second technique, guys, I would really recommend groomed eyebrows for that procedure, because it's just going to be the process of following your natural eyebrows. So if you have poorly groomed eyebrows, that technique is not really going to work out very well. So make sure your eyebrows are groomed before you try out the second technique, which is the thin hair-like structures. And you should also groom your eyebrows before trying out the first technique as well, which is lining, so you can be able to follow the exact shape of your eyebrows. You understand? Yeah. So after that, you can just go over the whole eyebrows or the whole face with the finishing powder to blend everything in. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Just if you're doing a simple makeup look, that is just go over everything with a powder, but if you want to move on to eyeshadow, then you can continue with the whole makeup look. So this is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope you have learned something from this video as well. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below to show your love and support, and also leave your thoughts, ideas, recommendations, suggestions, and questions. We'll read all of them. Subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you get all the notifications, and follow us on our social media handles. We'll be seeing you in our next video. Bye.